captain, few batters who could actually rotate their arm with some effect.
What that also does is doesn't single them out as batters. It also puts more pressure on them to then work towards both their skill sets. So polishing their skills in the nets as well, because when the ball is thrown to them, if they do well, extended periods of bowling options are also available.
A decent over to start with for Saim Ayub. Only 4 from it, 121 for 4.
Wear your attitude. Darren Sami by Asghar Ali.
Sri Lanka had an excellent beginning. It was unscathed till the 10th over, and from there on, control was handed over to Pakistan. Certainly right in the game. Pakistan at the moment picked up 4 wickets. Yeah, if you drag the ball down as a left-arm spinner and you don't provide a lot of pace to the ball, then you can, like with the last delivery, we have seen so many times he's been hit behind point for a boundary because he offered a lot of pace. And he should learn how to go about the job from here on. Roll it slower. Loopy deliveries.
Look at the way this partnership is now being constructed. 23 of 30 deliveries. 25, beg your pardon, of 30 deliveries, and majority of them have come in ones and twos. So this pair also looking to run hard between the wickets.
You cannot deny the importance of those singles and doubles in any format. It can be very upsetting for the bowlers. Now, how do you think a bowler can set up a batsman for a particular delivery? By keeping him on strike. And if as a batsman you keep on working the ball into the gaps, you're denying that opportunity to the bowler to set you up. That's nicely hit. Just timed the ball into the gap, and a good effort from Naseem Shah once again.
Once again, a really good strike as well. Knowing long on was on the fence, he uses his feet again, but again looking to hit it finer off that fielder. So the placement was spot on. Picks up 3 runs.
That was nice. Good comeback from the left armour. Took the pace off. Couldn't get to the pitch of the ball to be able to hit the ball towards mid-wicket. 27 done, 127 for 4. Pakistani captain would be happy if they are able to restrict Sri Lanka to 265. They'll fail. They could seize the fate of this series. A bit of pace. It won't be a bad idea for the Pakistani captain to throw the ball to Wasim Jr. or Naseem Shah or Haris Rauf to see if there is any reverse swing available, because he has relied on the bowler for the longest. Maybe change of pace work. Finally for Pakistan in this ODI. %100% confidence with dandruff-free hair. Hello Hair Shampoo. A bit of bounce there. Got to be careful with this kind of a stroke. Lucky to survive. After 28, 128 for 4.
Wear your attitude. Darren Sami by Asghar Ali.
Well, a lot of hard work is needed for Sri Lanka. There is a partnership, there is some stability, 30 or 40. But they need to bat consistently, they need to bat deep. Pakistan spinners in particular have just kept pegging away. Abra has been brilliant, 3 for 30. With all the variety that he throws in, Sri Lankan batters not really reading him. And as a result of it, succumbing to the pressure. Nice use of the feet, and that is a very good shot. One bounce for 4. Samara Vikrama, that is.
Covered the line beautifully. No one in the deep. Now both Sri Lankan batters out there preferring that shot. The boundary option has been towards mid-wicket. Well, they got to be proactive, Roshan, because the trend right now in playing spin is something I've felt that Sri Lanka have struggled with over a period of time. Not reading what comes at you. Some of the dismissals we saw just underlined that. The fact that you're not picking up is the reason why batters are not using their feet to come down and hit the gaps, basically. Right now, 16 overs of spin, just 64 runs. So you're going only around 3.5, 4, or close to 4 there. And it's an area that you think that Sri Lanka will play better, handling spin a lot more. But lots of teams have been able to peg them back and then build the pressure and pick up those wickets.
That's a good point, interesting point you make. Yes, we did see that most of them were looking to play spin off the pitch rather than off the hand. But the question for you is, because Sri Lanka has been known to play spin so well. So we've seen this issue over a period of time. 1 ball to go. So I'll leave you with the question so that you can pick on that or start on that at the next over. Last ball to go. So the question here, Russell, to you is, so what correction is needed for Sri Lankan batters to start playing spin. That's gone fine. These are useful runs. Might run away to the boundary. It does. It's a welcome boundary. It's a big over. We'll continue the conversation. 10 off it. 138 for 4.
All useful runs. It's all about the angle. Trying to stay tight. That's what Mohammad Nawaz was doing, or trying to do.
Well, that's a look at the bowling. You spoke about Sri Lanka not scoring easily off spin. Abra 3 for 30 of 8. Nawaz has conceded 5 runs. Rauf has been expensive. But alright, let me lead you into that question. The question I asked you at the end of the last over, as we got
100% grey coverage with no fear of hair damage. Permanent color with Italian formulation. So right side, hello hair color. Colors to die for.
the area of weakness of playing spin.
Focus on watching the ball better. Harish Rauf, back for his second spell, used the new ball, but was slightly expensive. Try. Oh dear. Misfield, more runs. Try and pick up what's coming out of the hand. Focus on the variations and pick up early. Then the message to you is clearer, is slightly quicker, and allows you to react better, because it's hardly any time to make decisions. It's about reactions, what your subconscious mind tells you. But Wasim Jr. just forgot to pick up the ball. Got to it. So that's what you need to focus on. Out of the hand, out of the hand. Not off the pitch. It's a little too late. The variations, the mastery of the bowlers these days just doesn't allow you that that freedom, Roshan.
But surely that would have been a topic of discussion when batters discuss playing spin, coaches playing spin. We're talking about the average speeds. Rauf has been quick. There's no doubt about it. He generates a lot of pace, but the others aren't far behind.
Yeah, extra pace if you have. It's always a luxury, Roshan. Let's try and get into some analysis. Away from the fielder in the deep. But it's just a one run. Roshan, sometimes it's hard to fathom certain things that happen. I'd like to know your thoughts. And what is the thought process behind... What? Really? Can you talk us through that thought process? You were staring at that. We got that as well. Lovely. Bit of width, and Janit Lianage. There's always a bit more energy, Roshan, when he's out there. Even between running between the wickets, and that's why I feel there's a few more runs on offer.
So that was your analysis. I was thinking all the time, you're talking about extra pace and all that, and I was asking you how you play spin. So all along your analysis was about whatever that we saw.
Sometimes you behave like a child.
Beautiful. Good fielding. Very good fielding, but a lovely shot. Excellent stride. You need to take another look. It's just that he couldn't pick that gap. But otherwise, everything was so good.
Just thought that was a hint of reverse swing for Harish Rauf. good looking shot from Lienage. 48 run partnership at almost a run a ball. These two need to be together till at least the 36th over. Just go at this rate. And then see where you can go from there. 8 off the row forward. 146 for 4.
Onion की real power test करते हैं. Intense brushing. Hello Hair Onion Shampoo wins in style. Onion की real power.
Now the current rate 243. I'm not sure that's enough because the surface still looks quite good. They talk a lot about the dew here, and that appeared in the last game. So what do you think is a good score? Now we spoke about a dry surface. Vakayonis thought that the spinners would come into play later on.
6 and over 266. I'm thinking 280. So it's about getting to the 36th over at about 4 runs and over. That's 7 overs, 6 overs from here. You're 170, 180. Then you see if you want to accelerate and get yourself into a position for the last 10 overs with wickets in hand that you can go at about 8 and over. So 280, very much achievable. But you got to pace it nicely. It's about bossing the situation with this partnership. Both have taken time. Sri Lanka have had their top order batters once again get in, but get themselves out. Flew, and hence not playing today, Pakistan's captain. Gets a hand to it. He saved his team lots of runs there. This is Babar Azam. Very good at sticking that right meat out.
Yeah, good fielding. Very good fielding. Remember that outstanding catch he took to dismiss Samar Vikram in the last game. Goes over. Upish. Only a single, but the 50 partnership is up. And that's up in very good time of just 56 deliveries. But both batters should know that there's a lot more work to be done.
Once you're in, got to keep going. Full toss. At least a couple. Keep accumulating. 150 on the board as well. Partnership 52. Hello there to the scoreboard. It's hello here. 100% confidence. Dandruff-free hair. We'll come back to that. Upish, hammered, and it goes all the way. Slight angle towards the pads, and Samara Vikrama, he dispatches it over the boundary. 156 for 4.
Excellent shot. Really good shot. Slog sweep. Taking the aerial route. No real danger because there was no fielder on the boundary. So he picked his spot and went all the way. 10 runs off that over. Well, a few big buildings thrown into the mix, but some really small ones as well. Those dots hampering the Sri Lankan progress. But, well, they've got into a decent position. Partnership of 58 or 58s. But it's the next half. They got 19 overs left. It's how they finish, how they try and build on this.
Usually Pakistan very good from over number 25 to 40. They have the ability to pick up wickets. 100% confidence. like we have in Hello Hair. Dandruff-free hair.
She looked very confident.
In games that Pakistan tend to win, the economy rate. Oh, another misfield, more runs. Naseem Shah this time. Pakistan getting a little clumsy. Now today, so far, no wickets in this period. But the type of bowlers they do have, with the ball losing its shine, it's kind of the best time to bat in terms of the ball in their hand. That's the time they're able to pick up wickets.
So Russell, just on the subject of the Sri Lanka team, now we spoke about Sri Lanka's, or Sri Lanka should have had an extra seam bowler in that first game. Lianage came in, he filled in, but obviously his role was different. But here, listening to Waka, where he said that the surface was dry, spinners may come into play. So, just one spinner for Sri Lanka and two part-timers. So, what's your take on the combination, considering what we heard about the surface?
I don't mind that combination for this game. Theekshana has not been at his best. This is not an attacking option at all. Bowled! There we go. We were talking about wickets in this phase. Haris Rauf, even though he's expensive, he always does the job for you. That's a massive blow. Sri Lanka looking to break free. Have lost Samara Wickrama.
Well, did it stay down? I think it did. That's what happened. Didn't bounce as much and a bit of extra pace that time. 145. And wicket at a very, very important moment, I'll tell you. Pakistan was desperate for this. And Samara Wickrama, after a very good start, looking good for something big. Out for 42. Sri Lanka, 159 for 5. And time for some drinks.
Wear your attitude. Darren Sami by Asghar Ali.
मैं हमेशा रेकमेंड करता हूँ शैम्पू प्लस हेयर सीरम का ट्यूल एक्शन। न्यू सेट एंड टच केराटिन शैम्पू बालों के डैमेज सेल्स को रीजनरेट करें। सेट एंड टच केराटिन शैम्पू
100% gray coverage with no fear of hair damage. Permanent color with Italian formulation. So right swipe. Hello Hair. Hair color. Colors to die for.
159 for 5. Once again, we see almost a repetition of the Sri Lankan first innings in the first game. Quite a few starts. In fact, Kusal Mendis got out first ball. He's got a 20. Samara Vikrama looked good for 42. But they need that big innings. They needed that big one. And this is another look at that wicket.
I think that was just too quick for Samara Vikrama. Skidded through. Haris Rao has that ability. And this delivery was a lot quicker than the first 3 deliveries that are over. Totally surprised Samara Vikrama. Once again, the go-to man for Pakistan. Well, Hasaranga will be in next. For now, Kamindu Mendis. Quality player. No Shine Shah Afridi. Salman Ali Agha rotating his bowlers so nicely. They've got that opening that they were looking for. Kamindu Mendis. That average a lot better over the last year or so. Got a role to play here. Build a partnership again. Lianage looking good. Lianage looking busy. Yeah, going back to what you were trying to say about Sri Lanka's balance, I like this balance. Thikshan has not really been effective over a period of time. 2 wickets in the last 7 games he's played. This is all yours, Roshan. Take it over, Roshan. All yours, the bucket.
Yep, flip the bucket challenge. KFC flip the bucket challenge. All you got to do is flip the KFC bucket and wear it on your head as fast as you can. So do that, Russell. And you can get a finger-licking good prize. So that's for you. Last ball of the over has been a very good one. Just 3 runs conceded and a wicket. He is bowling with good pace, I'll tell you. He's rushing the batter, bending his back. 160 for 5.
Nice cool evening here in Rawalpindi. Good to be out here and watching a game. Few uncertainties over the past few days, Roshan, and a shout out to everyone involved in making things happen here in Pakistan and also Sri Lanka SLC. Assurances, confidence.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. Massive shout out to both the PCB and SLC for a wonderful job, for the decisions that they made, for doing it well, the assurances on the part of PCB. And that's been wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Well done to both boards. Sri Lanka board, of course, the visiting team. So had to make a call and they made the right call, I thought. Congratulations to everyone. The angle from round the wicket.
Nasim Shah back into the attack. They got that breakthrough. And Salman Ali Agha's now gone to 2 attacking bowlers, searching for that other wicket. There was a slight adjustment in the schedule. Second ODI here and the third one pushed to the 16th. The real key is to get to the last 10 overs where batters really express themselves with the opposition. Many wickets down, have the tail in. That's the best way to control the damage done in that period. And having bowlers who pick up wickets, such a bonus.
Yeah, that's why I think it's good captaincy on the part of Salman Agha. He is looking for wickets here. He realizes that he's just had that opening. Kamidu Mendy's just in. So they'll try to attack him. So wicket here or 2 quick wickets will allow Pakistan to have a look at the tail. So the point you made about going into the last 10 overs without set batters. So that will be a huge bonus for Pakistan.
And the tail will not do as much damage as a top order batter would do. So that's the way to go. Pick up those wickets. Dent them.
So now again it's back to a little bit of calmness for the Sri Lankan pair.
Yeah, there you go. The economy and the average. This period, when they look to dominate, or they dominate, look at the difference. 44 wickets. Bowlers like Nasim Shah, Haris Rauf, Abrar. So much variety, ability. And they hunt, they search for those wickets. That makes a massive difference.
Those are telling numbers, aren't they? I mean, especially when they win, those numbers are very impressive. They've sliced through batting orders, and that's always the key. The middle overs, it's about a winning and losing situation as to how you perform in those middle overs, whether you're batting or bowling. Goes over the top. That's a very bold shot. One bounce, I think, for 4. Kamidu Mendy gets off the mark. 166 for 5.
Gets off the mark with that 7 balls. Mid on, mid off in the circle. Nasim Shah pitches that up, but positive blow from Kamidu Mendy. Great option. Kept his head over it and controlled it nicely.
Great flourish. That was great flourish.
7 over 285, so that'll be a good score. With the pitch slightly abrasive, maybe the spinner will get a bit more. Even though with the dew it slides on more at night.
Oh, that's a bad bounce. That's a bad bounce for the fielder. Only a single. But on the point you made about the abrasiveness of the surface, how important will it be the point the spinners bowl? Because we do know about the dew. Let's just look at the bounce, and yeah, it was away from him as well. But it's a key factor, isn't it, for Sri Lanka to ensure that you employ your spinners just before the dew comes.
Spinner.
They got 3.
There's only Hasaranga.
No, but he could bowl.
The part-timers will be mix and match, try to get them in and get through 10 overs when the opportunity arises, maybe at a new batter. But Hasaranga, once the power play is done, because he'll be better with the field spread, that's when he can use his variations and try to deceive the batter in the air. But with the field restrictions on and you don't have those in the deep, you tend to fire it in, bowl it flatter, and that's not threatening. At the end of this over, Salman Ali Agha will have to make a decision on which ball he wants to continue. We know you play with a ball from either end up to the 34th over, and then you pick one. Lovely, lovely. Really, really good from Kamidu Mendy. He's looking to be positive.
Yeah, I love the way he's looking to set the tone. He's not holding back. that boundary of the last ball of the previous over. And look at this. This man is quick, and he hits it to mid-wicket. Tells you that he saw it early, and he had time to play that shot.
The quality player coming to Mendes. He's been slow to really come into it in the white ball format. But him being at 7 adds a bit of steel to that Sri Lankan batting lineup. He reads the game well, plays pace and spin equally well. And to play shots like this, I'll tell you what, there's got to be some class about the man.
It's a very good shot. The sound of the ball just hitting the middle of the bat just went flying over mid-wicket. Lienege on strike. He's getting pace. He's really fired up. Ralph bending his back, getting a lot of balls to bounce and go through.
Yeah, that's what you do. You don't want the batter to get that stride in, get onto that front foot, or get your weight through the ball. So remind him now and again that I'm coming for you. Try and toy with the batters. Footwork, Roshan. Footwork.
Well, short delivery followed up with the one that was full, but slightly off target towards the leg stump. Well, the thing about Ralph is he's an attacking bowler. He'll get you wickets, but now that delivery almost close to 90 miles, but he's gone for 10 in the over. He's going at close to 8 runs an over. But he has the capability of surprising the batter, getting those quick wickets at a time Pakistan needs.
Decent crowd in Islamabad, capital territory. A planned city, Roshan, came into existence in the 1970s, I'm told.
UK 177 for 5. .177 for 5. Those buildings are now gradually, progressively looking to get bigger. You asked me a question.
Yeah, Roshan. About the buildings that came into existence and was named Islamabad in 1972. I didn't come then because I was born way after that.
That's what you say, but doesn't matter. Yeah, it is a city that was built then, and it's very impressively planned, I must say. Really well, very well planned. And it's a beautiful city. And that's a look at the ground. That's beautiful. And just look at the areas. Just a single.
I was sold a dummy as well, Azim. It's 1967.
Always you get sold dummies. Right, this is at the flicker-free moment. You need to download the app and make sure that you get the insurance you need on your fingertips. That's the important of flicker-free. Don't forget, you can download the app and get the insurance you need on your fingertips. Interesting. When you look at both fast bowlers to Lienege, they have looked to bowl the short ball a few times. Haris Rauf did that, and now Naseem Shah bending his back. Let's look at the follow-up delivery. Now this partnership 19 of 17.
Those partnerships go on still till the 40th. There'll be 200 plus, and then even looking at 300. And that should be very similar. Well, this time he gets back to it. If my memory goes back to the first ODI, such a similar line, a similar length, jagged back and cleaned up Lianage. This time he's nicely behind it, mid off, mid on in the circle. So that's why he's staying back of a length.
Bit of bounce that time. One thing about both Pakistan fast bowlers is that they're hitting the bat hard. They're getting pace. And in Nasim Shah's case, bit of extra bounce and close to that ribs. But Sri Lanka just wanting to consolidate. As you said, maybe wanting to get to the 40th over with wickets in hand.
Yeah, they should. 5 and over gets you to about 208, 210. 8 and over gets you to 290. If you pace it out well, that 300 is very much there for the taking. But what I like about the Pakistan bowling lineup is the attitude, the approach. They will be sniffing those wickets. They will always keep searching. They get one here, Hasaranga next, then that score can be 240, 250, and they have that belief. Even if you take them apart, they keep coming back. That's what I really like about this Pakistan bowling lineup. And going back to the days that we played, Waqar, Wasim, they're always at you.
Finishes with a dot, 179 for 5.
Another partnership now for Sri Lanka. 20 of 21 between Lianage and Kamindu Mendes. And the crowd once again out in numbers. Fantastic support for both sides from the local home crowd as well.
Yeah, isn't it the measure of how much affinity these two nations have towards each other, like brothers? And whenever Sri Lanka comes out to Pakistan, Pakistani fans, they have the anticipation they're going to witness excellent cricket.
And just on that note as well, Zimbabwe have just arrived into Islamabad for the tri-series that starts on the 18th. So far the game hangs in the balance. 80 for 5. Great line, great line. I mean, you almost feel from here, if this partnership grows into something substantial, what Sri Lanka haven't been able to do is convert. All 5 top players getting starts, but no big partnership and no one really being able to convert the start. It was a similar case in that first ODI as well, but this one crucial.
Yeah, what we have seen in these two ODIs from Sri Lankan batters, they start off quite well, and in the middle they have become complacent. They try to play expensive strokes, have lost their wickets, and that's why they haven't been able to take charge of the game. But if they get a partnership which is substantial between these two batters, they have a chance to go beyond 280 runs, because plenty of overs they are in the bank for them. And Vanindu Hasaranga is yet to come. He can be a great finisher for them. It's all about eking out a little more.
I just saw those partnerships as well. The first wicket partnership, 51 runs. The last one, 61 runs. Top 4 getting starts. Just the 150 so far from Sri Lanka. That also from Vanindu Hasaranga. Now all players got starts and were set. You want to convert one of those partnerships into a triple figure partnership. You want one of the top 5, especially when you've got the start, to convert it into a big 100. And you have another player, maybe 60 odd, 70 odd runs. Oh, brilliant take. Really top stuff from Rizwan. He had to time the jump perfectly. He certainly saved one from flying over his head.
That one reared up for the inconvenience of Pakistani wicketkeeper. Yeah, landed the ball in his own half, Wasim Jr. That's why. Steep bounce. Yeah, going back to your point you were making. If not triple figure partnership, then in ODI you need to have at least 450 partnerships to be able to get to 270, 280. That's how you can compensate. But if you have only a couple of 50 runs partnership, you'll struggle, without any doubt. He would be hoping that these two batters carry on till the 45th over, and then he is asked to bat to finish off strongly.
At the current rate, Sri Lanka looking at 255. Edged and flies through the slip cordon, which was empty. 4 to end the over, 36 done, 187 for 5.
You can call it educated edge. No fielder in the slips. Third man was quite wide. And a boundary. Every time a boundary comes for the Sri Lankan batters, it's going to be a relief for them.
Top scorer that of Samara Vikrama, 42. Now the two men in the middle putting 28 of 28 in the partnership. Nicely timed into the leg side. Plenty of room. Wasim Jr. with the chase. A long chase will yield 3. A good running between the wickets also.
Yeah, he's an able batsman. Lianage doesn't make a lot of noise when he's scoring his runs. He plays, he bats workmanlike. Takes the responsibility. Lianage. And he can play situations quite well.
For Kamindu Mendes, the mid-on fielder just drops back to long on. Fine comes up in the ring. Reflection very square on that offside with the angle that Mohammad Wasim Jr. bowls to the left-hander. And he'll go straight to that fielder.
Yeah, from here on, if they keep on scoring run a ball, they have a chance to get close to 300 runs. It's all about batting sensibly. It's all about hitting the holes with the occasional boundary, and they'll have a chance to put something challenging on the board. But for that, they really need to work hard. It's not going to happen easily.
Great change of pace delivery. It is Naseem Shah. Correction. Mentioned Wasim Jr. earlier, but it's the angle across the left-hander, and especially with the pace on, the ball coming on nicely, just under lights now. The square feel on the offside with the hard slashes into that side come into play. You talk about hitting the gaps and running hard between the wickets. It'll always be crucial in the big partnerships. You don't want to be tied down one end as a batter. In terms of a bowler, you never like it when the strike keeps changing, especially if there's a left-hand, right-hand combination or two batters with different skill set. You got to keep adjusting the line, and more important, the length that you want to hit.
And then this pitch has freshened up. The ball is coming onto the bat quite nicely, and that has been evident from the last 5 overs. You see the batters are encouraged to hit the ball on the up, and that is a good sign for the batters.
Now we saw second half of that first game, probably just around drinks break when the dew came in. Maybe around the 11th or the 12th over mark in the chase, and the ball got really soggy. With Sri Lanka and their spinners, it'll be crucial, but runs on the board will matter first. Short and wide. This is the under edge for 1. What this pair in particularly has done well is every over they've looked to run hard. Yes, the boundaries have come by, but they've kept up with the 5 to 6 run per over mark. So the partnership also a runner ball.
Yeah, I'm with you, Uruj. Without breaking a sweat, they managed to score 5 runs already. All these two batters need to do is stay with the program, be intelligent. How to deal with the situation.
Big shot. That is clubbed away. One bounce into the fence and closes the over out with the boundary. 196 for 5.
Yeah, he's already scored 10 runs with that particular stroke. A pull shot. Picked up the slow one very early, although the bounce got big on him, but still went with the stroke and controlled it. 9 runs off the over.
Three fours and 1 big 6 to his name already. Partnership now 37. Pakistan looking for a breakthrough. Cool evening here in Islamabad. A nice hangout spot for the fans. Keeping warm with Pakistan's finest garam garam chai in the Tapal Tea Lounge. Dugout keeping warm as well. Tapal, a fan favorite all across. That's a better line. You want to keep in with the stumps. Pakistan have really let themselves down the ground feeling. It's been really poor so far.
That delivery was sharp from Wasim Jr. Did hurry the batter. Managed it well.
And what that does make is the fact that now the strike is changed. Now the left-hander is on strike because of the misfield. And that's where the runs keep ticking. Not being able to bowl to the same batter so that you can bowl that similar line and length and just tie the one particular batter down. Pakistan adding to their problems.
Very engaging. This passage of play. In the air, but will fall in no man's land. A single has been scored. That is important for Sri Lanka.
It just pulls the length back here, and what is good from Mohammad Wasim Jr. in the delivery is that it's in line with the stumps. It's in line with the body, so it doesn't allow for any room to swing through. Ball also gets big on him. The body weight falling backwards. Lucky that falls just in front of those boundary riders.
He's been excellent throughout this ODI. Wasim Jr. getting an opportunity after that game played at Faisalabad against South Africa. But it's been very impressive, like aforementioned. Not only he bowled with immaculate lines and lengths, he has hurried the batter on a sluggish pitch.
Once again, just a touch quick onto the batter. 200 with that single for Sri Lanka. 38 done, 200 for 5.
Carrot oil, olive oil or avocado oil thing. Visibly improved hair quality. So right side. Hello hair, hair color. Colors to die for.
Sri Lanka doing really well for their third and fourth team 50, picking up the pace, 48 and 43 deliveries respectively. And that's come courtesy a good partnership here in the middle between Lianage and Kamindu Mendes, 41 off 40. And it's been a partnership of a lot of control from the two batters, playing to the merit of the ball, running hard between the wickets. The way the ball is now coming onto the bat, the sound of the bat a little bit more assured, a little bit more timing on it.
And now the batters have started to middle the ball, every ball coming their way. And they should back their chances to go big in the last 12 overs.
Done well, Lianage just to roll his wrist over. The ball didn't bounce as much as he would have expected.
Yeah, he has employed these slow deliveries quite well, Naseem Shah. We saw that against South Africa in the last game as well. At times, he found it very hard to bowl seam-up deliveries on the right lines and lengths. But with slow deliveries, he's been accurate.
Nicely punched, all timing on that occasion. Saim does do the clean-up job, but that is a really another nicely timed stroke. Another indication that this pitch is now getting better to bat on.
Yeah, played with measured approach, just relied on the timing. Wasn't worried about the result. Very prolific in test matches, Kamindu Mendes, but still struggling to establish himself in white ball cricket. Beaten, all ends up.
Hold on a second, Naseem Shah, he's sure he's heard something. The only one who appealed, Salman Ali Agha, is asking what's going on. Asking, are you sure you heard something? Rizwan didn't go up. And normally if somebody who hears everything, it is Rizwan. time has run out. Let's have a look.
It's very hard to pick up a thin edge in the babble of the crowd. The decibels are higher, and have a look. Daylight between bat and ball, and plenty of it. And still, Naseem thought he heard something.
Yeah, and no support whatsoever. And rightly so. Nicely tucked away off the legs. Should be two. Will be two. Once again, just with the running between the wickets, 6 of the first 5.
Let me correct myself, Farouj. I forgot the artificial lights have taken effect. So there was not daylight in between bat and ball. It was the artificial light.
And well, within the winter season, sun setting just after 5 o'clock. Straight to the fielder. 39 done to 6 for 5. Fantastic scenes here at the Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium. As support for the home side and more importantly for the touring side. For Sri Lanka, the support aplenty. Young boys and girls out there cheering for their heroes. Might be in both sides. Quality cricket on display and a great partnership now. 47 of 46 between Liana Gay and Kamindu Mendes. With that, a change of bowling. Abrar Ahmed to bowl his final 2. Pick of the bowlers, brilliant. 3 wickets so far, only for the 30 runs.
Yeah, feel the need to break this partnership, Pakistani captain. And he's gone with the premier bowler in Abrar. Offered a bit of pace on that occasion. And couple of runs for Lianage.
Pakistan will really have to pull up their socks in terms of their ground fielding. Once again, letting one go. Hossain Talat there at point. Now outside the line.
He picked the googly. Took the right option. Execution wasn't there. Now once again, a bit of bounce for the leg spinner.
There is a deep backward square fielder, but that field is in front of the umpire. So anything fine from there is a boundary. 50 partnership, the third of the game for Sri Lanka comes up at a very good rate. Liana Gay 44 or 53 at the moment. Kamindu Mendes has joined him. And the two putting Sri Lanka in a very strong position. They'll want to continue. Still 63 legal deliveries left. Remember, Pakistan scored 104 runs in the last 10 overs in that previous game. Lucky that leading edge doesn't carry.
Excellent stuff from Abrar. He bowled a quicker one to start with. Realizes quickly that he has to flight the ball. Not a good delivery to end the over. A very friendly delivery. And Kamindu Mendes pounced on that opportunity and picked up a boundary.
And this one almost felt it got stuck in his hands. The quicker one drops it short. Kamindu Mendes says we'll take a boundary on that. Good over for Sri Lanka. 7 off it, 40 done, 2-1-3 for 5. Confirmation there from Faisal Afridi. Power play 3, which means 5 fielders can be on the boundary. Just mentioned a little while earlier, Pakistan in their last 10 overs batting first. In that first ODI scored 104 runs. Sri Lanka in their last 10 have scored 67. Just with the loss of 1 wicket. Protection down the ground. Mohammad Nawaz back for another spell. Drops it short and pays the price.
Ideal time for the batters to play their strokes, especially with those kind of deliveries, long hops. And we have seen in last 2 overs, right hand and left hander batter finding a boundary, playing a pull stroke.
Once again, really good calling between the wickets. Both batters complementing each other really well in terms of stroke play. Responding and trusting each other's call.
Both these batters are complementing each other quite well. Lianage is looking to play with a measured approach, and it's Kamindu Mendes who's been finding boundaries consistently. Pulled away. This time only a single. If they carry on batting in the same vein for next 5 overs, Pakistani captain has to think a lot. They'll create a chance for themselves to breach 300.
Janit Lianage now on 49. A half century of very measured and classy approach from the Sri Lankan campaigner. Janit Lianage brings up his 7th 50 in one-day international cricket.
Yeah, played with a method. Played the situation very well. Janit Lianage, he's a street smart cricketer. Intelligent bowler as well. Very well crafted innings from the right-hander.
Applauded not just by the dugout but the crowd as well. Watch this ball fly. Watch this ball fly all the way. Another long hop. This one goes the distance.
Yeah, both the batters are sighting the ball big. And if as a batsman you err with your liner length, they are ready for it. Went aerial, got the distance as well. Kamindu Mendes, that was his 2nd 6 of the innings.
You said, Amir, that it is Kamindu Mendes who's taken the attack to the opposition in terms of boundary hitting. 4 4s and 2 6s now. Smart cricket as well in there. big over for Sri Lanka. 14 off it, 2-7 for 5. Tallest skyscraper the previous over, 14 off it. Bindu Mentis taking down Mohammad Nawaz on that occasion, and he's raced to 42 just after 33 deliveries. Short and wide and just in front, just hung enough. Now you can understand why Fakhar Zaman is at the edge of the inner circle, because the attack is on from Sri Lanka. He's not in there to close the single out. Had he been, this would have gone straight to hand. He's also done well in terms of that practice surface just in front. It can sometimes just come and hit you in awkward places. So he got his body behind Fakhar Zaman.
Yeah, created his own look by showing intent. The left-hander Kamindu Mendes. Fielders in the circle, they're not looking to save the singles. Pressure has been created, or should I say reverted. Well watched. Very good delivery from Abrar.
Yeah, his variation of pace this evening so far has been quite exceptional, especially when he's bowled slow with control, giving the ball a touch of air as well. Now you look at the way Abrar has bowled in terms of where he's landed the ball. Nice good of grouping between that 4 to 6 meter, good length area, and more importantly, a lot in line with the stumps.
Yeah, the impressive part when you talk about Abrar in this ODI, the usage of the googlies, the wrong guns and the flippers, top notch.
And a good follow-up over from Nawaz. Went for 14. Abrar has only gone for 3 and will look to close the over out without conceding a boundary. Does just that. Excellent over from Abrar. 42 done, 231 for 5.
$231 for 5. Sri Lanka couldn't have hoped for a better position. They're into the last 9 overs. So the last 30 balls, they've scored 35 runs. They've still not had their foot on the accelerator pedals, so to speak. But with Kamindu Mendes looking to take the bowling on, 44 of 36. Lianage 52 of 59. There is every opportunity that they can accelerate. Single off the first ball at the current rate, 275. But if they can just get it a notch higher, they might be able to get to about 280, 290. What do you reckon, Baka?
I would say if they carry on for another 4 overs, these two, 300 definitely in the range. So Pakistan need to break this partnership. 73 of 65. These two have put Sri Lanka in a very position to get to a good total.
Pace on that time, going wide. Kamindu Mendes missing out. He was looking to go square. There is a man on the point boundary, but he was looking to go really hard. Now we talk about Sri Lanka's combination, about playing 4 frontline bowlers and the part-timers to make up the 10. So Kamindu Mendis at 7, Janit Liyanage at 6 as the 2 all-rounders are in the side to offer the depth that they're looking for. Yes. Goes big, huge. Oh no, in fact it's straight to the fielder. For a moment I thought he cleared the boundary. Kamindu Mendis was looking to get his half century with a 6. It looked huge, but unfortunately this man was out there positioning underneath the ball and taking a fairly good catch.
I don't think he got it from the middle of the bat. That's why that ball didn't carry to the boundary. Nicely taken in the deep by Saim Ayub. A genuine wicket taker, Haris Rauf. Pick up another one. 2 for him. Mendes goes for 44. It's 232 for 6 now.
A best of 80 over 1,000 runs, strike rate of over 100. We did see this man get amongst the runs in the last game, but this is a crucial phase, I'll tell you, because this is the partnership that Sri Lanka wants to prosper, because after this they don't really boast of too much of batting. So Liyanage will be pivotal, and so is Hasaranga.
Just wanted to play that funky shot, Mendes. Just looking to fetch it from outside the off stump. I don't think he hit it in the middle of the bat, and that's why he's disappointed. The shot was on, but couldn't execute the plan. Scored 45, a good 45. Came in good time. 44, I beg your pardon. Haris Rauf steaming in. And he is searching for more wickets here. He's a wicket taker. He's broken the partnership, because this is probably the last recognized pair. But good thing for Sri Lanka is they're both in good form. Hasaranga scored runs in the previous match. Liyanage is still out there. So this is going to be very crucial. Now they have to resettle. Now they have to rebuild again for the next maybe 3-4 overs.
Last ball of the over. Followed him. Was looking to give him a bit of room, looking to go over the top, over the offside. 2 runs and a wicket. 233 for 6. This is another look. In fact, this is Kamindu Mendis. Some of the big shots he played. Not afraid to take him on. Anything short. It was so severe. And the one that got out, even that looked big. And as you said, Waka, I don't think it came off the middle of the bat, but it was a very fine knock. Came in a quick time and gave Sri Lanka that impetus they were looking for. 5 for 158, they needed a partnership. And again, one thing that is missing, which is still possible though, with Liyanage there, is that big innings. Everyone's got starts, and 240s here, 320s. So the difference of that Pakistan innings in the first game was there was 100, there was a half century, and there were useful runs down the order. So lot will depend on this man on strike, Janit Liyanage. That's gone fine. And that's for, oh yes, I think he manages to stop it. I'm not sure whether the third umpire will be happy with that. He may want to take a look.
In the previous match, we also saw Naseem Shah looking to stop with his foot, just sliding with the feet in front, and he's done well. His back foot came in the way, and just pulling the back into play, and managed to save 2 runs for his team. It does not matter how you stop, as long as you stop runs. Yeah, he's bowling good pace. He's coming onto the bat nicely. I think the pitch has gone a little better since this afternoon. It's sliding on a touch better. One must say Pakistani bowlers have done a really good job. Apart from one partnership, I think they have controlled the game. Can they just make sure that Sri Lanka shouldn't get anywhere near 300?
This time, there is no field, only a single. But on Lianage, so far in his career, the best face that or the best or the quickest he scores in a face is from the 41st to the 50th over, where he strikes at around 131. So that'd be perfect if he could maintain it here.
The only issue he's got now is lack of batters to come after these two. This might be wide, a bit too short. Yeah, Hasaranga has got to make sure that he plays a role which he was looking from the other batters in the previous match. Just hang around, let Lianage just explore and play his merry way. He likes to bat right at the end and likes to go for his shots. So that is something Sri Lanka is looking for. Lovely delivery. Quick delivery. Coming at the stumps, and batsman decided a little late for the second run, but at the end comfortably taken.
Aggressive running on the part of the batters. Hasaranga saw the opportunity. But just back on this Sri Lankan batting lineup. Hasaranga batting at number 8. Supporting Janit Lianage, who's made a very fine 54 off 62. In fact, Lianage 7th ODI 50. But on Hasaranga, we'll come to that. Hasaranga, the batter I'm talking about, has good running, has so much of potential. It's what Sri Lanka wants him to be more consistent at this position. He did get a half century in the previous game, but needs more of that. Well, this is having his feet in the right place, just managing to pull it in, intentional or otherwise.
He's got a fair idea of stopping with his foot. As a bowler, I wouldn't take that risk. It's definitely risky sometimes. Something's gone wrong with Hasaranga. I'm not sure what. Just holding back of his thigh, so might be just a little pull. Lianage was fantastic, very organized, played a knock what was required at the stage when he walks onto the field, ran really hard between the wicket. He's a fit individual, 54 of 62 deliveries. Looks a complete batter, isn't it? He's got no real fault in his batting.
Well, he's fast becoming Sri Lanka's Mr. Reliable in the middle order. At home he averages 37, but away he's been very good. He's almost doubled. And remember the way he started. He was the emerging player of the Lanka Premier League, and that was T20. Then he toured Australia with the T20 side, fell away from the side because he just couldn't deliver at T20 level, but came back into the 50 over format. which appears to be far more suited for him. But now with confidence, he's been brought into the T20 side as well. So he's made progress and he's at a good age, maturing, just 30. But he's quite well matured, 54 of 62 here. And Sri Lanka will look to him to try and bat to the end. And if he could do that, I'll tell you, Sri Lanka will have something competitive, close to 300 on the board.
Yeah, his inning will be crucial. That's Sanachari Jayasuriya having a little chat with Haris Rauf, not sure what. Head coach having a little word with Haris Rauf. What could it be?
Certainly not about Sri Lankan batting. I can tell you that. It could be about what they plan to have maybe to dinner tonight, or what the plans are for tomorrow. Big cricket. I don't think so.
Might be a little late for a dinner, but yeah, something in the future.
Inagi on strike. Short delivery. And taken at mid-wicket. That is a soft dismissal. That break hasn't helped Lianage or Sri Lanka. That is a very, very soft dismissal.
Well, that's a huge wicket under the circumstances. He was looking dangerous, Lianage. Again, ball hitting the higher part of the bat. And a comfortable catch, Mohammad Nawaz on the 30-yard circle. Big wicket. Lianage gone for 54, 241 for 7.
Well, Dushmantha Chameera now, he has a different role here. In the previous game, it was about supporting Vanidhu Hasaranga, who was moving quickly, but Hasaranga's just in 7 of 6. So Chameera can play a few shots. That's a wide, has to be a wide. But now Sri Lanka has to be careful, because 242 for 7, they're left with 36 legal deliveries. They'll be doing well if they bat the 50 overs, but this is the problem. 2 wickets close to each other, and both set batters, Kamidou Mendis and now Janit Lianage. And that was a bit of extra bounce that deceived him, I think. He did get the ball to bounce a bit at pace onto Lianage a bit quickly. Another wide. But Waka, what about that little break? Do you think that had an impact on Janit Lianage, or these are things that they need to take in their stride?
Well, we all talk about it. We all think that whenever it's a break, it always go against the batting lineup. Then they lose their concentration or lose a bit of touch, and sometimes that's the bowlers do sort of hold the game for a minute or two, and that does work sometime. Nicely punched away for 1. Haris Rauf may be a little expensive again, but he's a wicket taker. He's picked up 2 for 58. Took a new ball this afternoon. Struggled. Not used to bowling with the new ball.
No, in the modern game, particularly the modern 50-over game, in the past, I'm sure one would concentrate on economy a lot. Yes, wickets are important, but economy would be right up there when you discuss in your bowling plans. But in the modern game, is that going down the legs? Oh, given. That's given. There was always a chance of that being out, but he's referred it. Let's see. Is it going down the leg side? That seemed to be what Chamira thinks.
TV umpire to director. We have a play review for LBW. The original decision is out. I've checked the bowler's feet and it's a fair delivery. Can we go to front on, please, when ready? Ball passes close to the back. Can we go to ultra edge, please, when ready? Can we just go back, please? Go back. Yeah, and then forward. Clear gap between bat and ball. Go to ball tracking when ready, please. Pitching outside off, impacts in line, and wickets, umpire's call. Faisal, instead of your original decision of out, stand by. Your on-screen signal now.
Because Chamira just fell over while playing that shot and gave a little bit of indication to the umpire that that ball will hit the leg stump. Gone without scoring Chamira. It's 244 for 8.
Pramod Madhushan is the new batter. He's in the side for Mahesh Deekshana. As a best of 15. Now, Sri Lanka has lost 3 wickets in the space of 12 balls for 12 runs. So that's a body blow. Harish Rauf. Well, he's really letting it go. That's over 140. But Waka, the question I was going to ask you very quickly was, the years gone by, it was more economy, I'm sure. But now, do you let your main strike bowler the license? Do you give them the license to concede a few runs, provided he's going for wickets?
I think because of the new law, you know, the more fielders inside the 30-yard circle, you see more gaps as a batter, so you see more runs conceded. This was a beautiful delivery, just seemed off the surface. And now, from the previous years, maybe in the 90s or a bit of 2000 also, you know, runs are gone higher. Bowlers concede more runs because of that ruling. And one can afford maybe one bowler to go a bit more than usual. Ooh, close to the stumps. That's gone for 4. But I think you cannot afford to have 2 or 3 bowlers going for 60 or 70 runs, because then it's trouble. You do need bowlers who understand, or maybe a little less pace, and bowl straight and bowl, you know, the economical overs. Yeah, it was very, very close to that off stump.
See, the point I made was Harish Rauf here has 3 for 62 into his 9th over. Economy 7 plus, but has been telling blows, 3 wickets. So he's given Pakistan a little bit of that impetus with those wickets. Oh, so close to the off stump. 248 for 8. We're down to the last 5. Rajani Triyanage has been the top scorer, 54 of 63. But again, I think the Sri Lankan batters will be disappointed. I say will be disappointed because almost everybody, barring Charita Salanka, have got starts. You do the hard work. You make your 20, you make your 30, the 40. But that big score they're looking for. So just look at them. 24, 27, 20, 42, 54, 44. So all the hard work done, but it's crying out for that big score.
I think one of the top 4 should have just gone on to make it big because they faced enough deliveries, denied the single on the first ball and then decided to take on the second. Hasaranga probably feeling that boundaries are not going to come that easy, so you should look to rotate the strike, keep the scoreboard ticking. You don't want to leave deliveries. You don't want to leave behind deliveries which you not faced. You've got to make sure that the remaining 28 deliveries should be faced at least 28 runs if you can score, or even less than that. 25 will do. 270, 275. I think that's the target they should be looking at or aiming at. But the problem here is if you give strike to Pramod too much, then you lose one more wicket and it can be all over very quickly. So Hasaranga is the man who's got to really face most deliveries and maybe look for 2s where he doesn't have to take too much risk. 250 up for Sri Lanka.
See, in the other game, Hasaranga to some extent had some freedom because he had a target to aim at. He knew he had to score at a certain rate. But here, not in control. He will be concerned that he's left with 5 overs to bat. So as you said, consume it. At least single. So every run will matter. So they've got 3 runs of the first 4 deliveries. And so Hasaranga's plan would be maybe try and bat till about the last 2 overs if they can. By just rotating the strike with singles. Well, if the odd boundary comes, it will be taken. Will that be called a wide? Now, this is what these are useful runs. So if you're able to survive, these will also come in handy.
It was going quite smoothly for Sri Lanka 5 overs ago. They've lost 3 wickets for only 32 runs. Plenty of help from the extras also, 21 of them. It has been the problem with Pakistani bowlers lately. Just nudged it away. They will run hard, but only 1. Still 4 overs after this delivery. I thought Aga has done well. He's maneuvered his bowler quite nicely. And they all have good pace. Naseem Shah, Rauf, Wasim Jr. Yes, Rauf little expensive. We spoke about it, that you can afford one bowler maybe, but if all of them get expensive, then it's a big, huge problem.
Nicely driven, beats mid off. They'll only get a single. Good timing, 254 for 8.
There's a little bit of reverse swing going on. I think this new ruling, new law of taking one ball away after 34 overs, I think will help the bowlers, especially in dry condition. They'll take the one ball away, and the ball which will remain will probably have little bit of reverse on it. So these are dry conditions, and Pakistan made full use of it. I thought the spinners early on did extremely well. Haris Rauf once again.
Yeah, the plan is clear. They're trying to drag it deep. So you could hear Hasaranga advising Madhushan to just try and knock the ball into gaps. At one stage, was telling him not just to look for the short ball, that he has to expect the one that's pitched up, the Yorker. So batting deep, maybe now 46th, 47th over. Try and drag it maybe for up to about the end of the 47th or 48th. No, that's that's going down the leg side.
Still generating good pace, Haris Rauf. Again wide of the crease and pushing the ball in, looking to attack the stumps, just missing the leg stump. Salman Ali Aga will be saying to Haris Rauf, just get me a wicket. Don't worry about the runs. Just get me one more wicket.
Good shot. Good shot. Only a single. That was swinging towards the pads. And Pramod Madhushan just using the angle, using the movement. See, that should be the game plan as far as he's concerned. Just try and get Hasaranga on strike. Keep rotating the strike. Don't give a wicket. What's happened there? Rizwan's not feeling well, so they've got a new wicket keeper. White ball. So these are more than useful.
Hasibullah is doing the wicket keeping job at this stage. Rizwan not feeling that great. Left-hander opening batsman and a decent wicket keeper. A young upcoming cricketer.
I hope Rizwan's all right. Swing and a miss that time. Vanidhu Hasaranga saw it, his eyes lit up. It was a short delivery, he was aiming mid-wicket, and there is no fielder at mid-wicket.
It looks fine.
I believe it happened about 3 or 4 overs ago when he went off the field. Rizwan, 2 balls left in the over. Again a single. So they've got, what, 4 runs in the over. That has to be Sri Lanka's plan. The plan is bat the 50 overs.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Even this last delivery, even if you don't get a run and survive, not to lose wicket, and 3 overs after that, even the next over, 4 or 5 runs, still good enough. And then maybe Asranga can take on the bowlers and look for that big over or 2.